Hi, I'm Bett Bollhoefer. Welcome to this back release class. What you need for class is one blanket, your yoga mat. So let's start off closing our eyes in a comfortable seated pose. And let's set an intention for our practice. Bring the hands together. Inhale. Om. So today's practice is going to be all about strengthening and releasing the muscles of the back. So we're going to come on to our backs. You can use your blanket behind your head. And we're going to check our lumbar. Make sure there's a little space. So reach the hands underneath right above the tailbone, above the sacrum. And just make sure there's a little space here. You always want to have a little space right underneath your lumbar spine. And just take a moment to get grounded. So my feet are as wide as my hips. You can take a look at the ceiling or close the eyes and feel the weight of the body resting on the ground. Let's wiggle the toes. Feel the whole foot. Maybe wiggle the foot a little bit just to really bring some attention to the foot. Then bring the attention to the sacrum, the tailbone area. You can maybe wiggle the hips a little bit. Just feel the sacrum, the back of the glutes. And then the shoulder blades, the thoracic spine. Feel the weight of the elbows, the arms, the triceps touching the ground. And then feel the weight of the head. Maybe press the head a little bit into the ground, wiggle it. So feeling the whole body resting on the ground. And then let's just do 5 deep breaths. So put the hands on the belly, the lower belly right underneath the belly button. And we're going to take slow, deep inhales into the lower belly. Hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through the nose. Wait until the breath wants to come back in before inhaling again. And then inhale gently. Feeling the hands rise with the breath, and then exhale slowly. Feeling all the air come out. When you're ready, take an inhale. And exhale slowly through the nose. All the air out. And then slowly inhale when you're ready. And then exhale all the air out slowly. Let your breath return to normal. So our back is all the muscles along the spinal cord, around the hips, around the shoulders. And the way we get into those muscles to strengthen and release is going to be by moving the legs and the arms. So we're going to now open the eyes if they were closed. Let's take the feet a little bit wider, as wide as the mat. And then we're going to inhale, the knees open to the right, just 1 or 2 inches. And then exhale, the knees 1 or 2 inches to the left. So we're just going to go back and forth, inhaling to the right, exhale to the left. You can again close your eyes or stare at the ceiling. Now let's make a little wider of an arch with our knees, going 2 or 3 inches to the right. Inhale, exhale 2 or 3 inches to the left. So we're just doing some gentle, dynamic movements to open the muscles around the hips. Continue to bring the belly breath in. You can bring your hands to the belly and feel the belly rise to when we bring the knees to the right, exhaling to the left, feeling the belly lower. Now let's go 4 inches to the right and 4 inches to the left. And now let's go all the way to the floor, to the right. Exhale all the way over to the left, dropping the knees. Next time you come over to the right, lift the left hip up by pressing into the left foot. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you drop. Switch your knees over to the left, press into the right foot, lifting the right hip 1 inch. One more. All right, we're going to stretch out the legs and windshield wiper the feet. So when we windshield wiper the feet, we're going to exhale the feet out and inhale the toes towards each other. We're going to alternate which foot is on top. Now we're rotating the bones in the hip socket. So we're approaching the back from the bottom, and then we're going to move to the top and work on the shoulders. You can look at the ceiling or close your eyes. Try to coordinate the movement with the breath. All right, let's let the legs just rest. Little mini Shavasana, feel your heart beating. Okay, we're gonna now lift the arms overhead. So take the right arm up, bring it as high as you can. If you can touch it on the ground, go ahead. And then exhale the arm down, and then lift the left arm up, bring it as high as you can overhead. Keeping the arm straight the whole time. Inhaling, right. Stretch through the fingers. Try to move slower than you would want to. stretch through the arm the whole time. With the fingers straight. Do one more on each side. So when we move our arms, we're getting into our thoracic spine and starting to strengthen it. Okay, let's just take a little mini Shavasana rest. So close your eyes and let your arms rest by your sides. Feel your heart beating. We're gonna now open our eyes, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling, and then reach the right arm higher towards the ceiling like you're trying to grab something. Inhale, exhale the arm down, and then lift the left arm up. And then exhale it down. So we're just basically walking our shoulder blades up. And down. The arms are straight. The fingers are straight. Nothing else in our body is moving except the shoulders moving up and down towards the ceiling. All right, one more on each side. Let the arms rest by your side for a mini Shavasana. Feel your heart beating. Bring your breath into your lower belly. All right, we're going to now roll over onto our side. So you can roll over onto whatever side. I'm going to start with my right. And I'm going to balance on my hip and my shoulder. So let's go ahead and move the blanket out of the way. We're going to stretch our arm overhead. Our left arm, my right arm is on the ground, stretched, and I'm on a complete straight line. So if you have a floorboard that you can line yourself up, or the edge of your mat, go ahead and line yourself up so that your leg is straight, your hip is on the same line, your shoulder is on the same line, and then your arm is on the same line. So once you're in a complete line, then try to balance here. So we're going to balance on the hip. Notice, watch me, I'm falling over to my butt. I'm going to push myself back up onto my hip. Now this may look easy, but it's actually extremely challenging. So we're going to do 1 minute of lying in sleeping Vishnu pose. You can try to keep the eyes open, fix your eyes on one spot, or for a real challenge, you could try closing your eyes and staying straight up on your hip. So go ahead and try to make sure you're on your hip, roll around a little bit to make sure you're right in the middle of the hip and right in the middle of the shoulder. So this is an isometric strengthener of the shoulders and the hips. It's a great way to train your body to sleep on your side if that's something that you're interested in working on. Breathing into your lower belly. Okay. So that was 1 minute of just pure balancing. Now we're going to move our arm. So we're going to take our arm, the left arm for me. If you're on your right side, it'll be your left arm. And I'm going to take it down from my hand and bring it down to my hip or my thigh. So we're going to do a Picasso jumping jack. So just moving the right arm or the left arm up and down, full range of motion. Let's stretch through the fingers. Exhale the hand down to the thigh. Inhale the arm up. Keeping the elbow straight the whole time. All right, let's do one more. And now bring your elbow, your hand straight up overhead. Continue to balance on your hip. Make sure you're not falling onto your butt. And now we're going to do the second half of our Picasso jumping jack by lifting the leg straight up, maintaining balance. Inhaling the leg up. Try to keep the bottom leg completely still and straight. Straighten the knees. So we're strengthening the side of our body, which when it's weak, our muscles in the back have to compensate. And we don't spend a lot of time strengthening our side body. I was thinking about it. If there's any culture anywhere in the world that does a lot of side body, I couldn't think of any. If you know of some, you can put it in the comments. All right, last one. And then let's roll onto our back and rest. You can put your blanket back under your head. We'll just do a little short reset before we go to the other side. So notice as you lay in your little Shavasana, the difference in the sides. Does one feel more alive? All right, now we're gonna roll onto the other side. So I'm just gonna swap so I can continue to look at you. Line yourself up so make sure that the leg is on the same spot. If you have a floorboard or something, that's gonna be the most helpful way, or you can line it yourself up on the edge of your mat. Make sure your shoulder is exactly in the same line, and then bring your arm. So your hip is lined up, your legs, you're completely in a straight line. And then we're gonna lay here for 1 full minute, trying to just balance before we go into our Picasso jumping jack. So again, make sure you're not falling onto your butt. Make sure you're right over the hip. You may have to roll around a little bit to find that. You may be surprised how challenging this is. Also, you may notice that this side is different than the other side. And if this feels a little bit painful, it's because it's a strengthener. It's an isometric strengthener. Okay, we're going to now take our top arm and bring it down straight to our hip. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Stretching through the fingers. Completely balancing. All right, let's do one more. Return your hand and now lift your leg and keep the bottom leg completely straight and still as you move the top leg. Inhaling the leg up. Exhale it down. You may notice this side is very different for you. You don't have to bring your leg as high if it's more challenging. Inhaling through the nose. Remember not to fall onto your butt. Stay on the hip. All right, just one more. And then go ahead and lay on your back. A little mini shavasana. All right, wonderful. All right, softly open the eyes. We're going to now bring the hands to the shoulders and inhale the elbows up, exhale them down. You may need to move your head a little bit. So we're strengthening our lats and our triceps. Bring some circulation to the neck, the shoulders. All right, one more. Let your arms rest. Little mini shavasana. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. We're going to bring the right knee in, touch it to the left elbow. So touch the elbow to the knee, cross body movement. That's your inhale. Exhale out, inhale up. Touch the right elbow to the left knee. So it's a little ab workout. Back strengthener. Make the movement come from the core and not so much the neck. You leave your neck more neutral. If you need to take a break, go ahead. We're also strengthening our psoas, the front of the hip. All right, one more on each side. And then just go ahead and rest again, a little shavasana. All right, we're gonna do another one that is lower body. So we're gonna take the right knee in, inhale it to our nose, bring the knee to nose, exhale the knee out to the right, inhale the knee to the nose, exhale the knee across body into a little twist towards the left, stretching through the right arm, inhale the knee to nose, open up to the right. So just going back and forth, bringing the knee in, exhaling it across. No need to move fast. All right, one more. And then stretch the leg out, shake out the legs a little bit. Close the eyes. Notice the difference on the sides and your heart beating.
That was the first day. That was the first day.
Now we'll do the other side. This is the left side. Bring the left knee in. Inhale, nose, knee to nose. Exhale out to the left. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale to the right. Little twist, looking over the left arm. Inhale, knee to nose. So just move back and forth at your own pace. All right, last one. And then stretch out. Again, little mini shavasana. We're going to work on bridge pose. So bring the feet near the hips by bending the knees. You're going to touch the heel. If your knees are tight or your lower back is tight, you can have the feet farther away than where you can touch. And then we're going to press into the ground with the feet to lift the tailbone up and then drop it. So we're just going to lift up 2 inches, drop, 3 inches up, exhale, drop, 4 inches up, drop, 5, drop, 6, drop, 7. So let's come into our full bridge. So pressing into the ground, lifting the hips as high as they're going to go. Take the hands underneath, clasp, walk the shoulder blades together. We're going to stay here for a full minute. If you need to take a break, go ahead. Otherwise, try to keep yourself up in this position for the full minute. Breathing into the lower belly, in and out through the nose. Try to relax your glutes. Pressing the knees away. Tuck your chin. All right, one more breath. And now we're going to come down one vertebrae at a time. And as you come down, massage the vertebrae by rolling gently back and forth on your spine. Just bring the blood flow in. And then when you get all the way down, you can stretch the legs out. And again, little mini shavasana. All right, we're going to do a little cervical spine work. So we're going to press our head into the ground and then let it go. Press our head into the ground. Let it go. So now we're working the cervical spine. Press and let it go. Inhale, press. Let it go. Inhale, press the head. Let it go. Inhale, press. Let it rest. Press. Let it rest. Exhale. All right, let's just do one more. Inhale, press. Let it go. Let your whole body just rest. All right, we're just going to do one more big pose. And if this is not going to work for you, don't worry about it. You can just skip it. But you could try. So we're going to come up with our hands behind us. Our fingers are pointed the same direction as our toes. And we're going to push our hands firmly, all 5 fingers into the ground. And then we're going to do just like we did in bridge and press into the feet, lifting the hips up into a reverse table. So try to keep, if you can get into this, try to keep the hip points lifted. Let the head fall back, which will strengthen your neck. And we'll stay here for a full minute, breathing. This is the ultimate hip and shoulder strengthener, an isometric exercise to strengthen, relieve back pain. If this is too much on your neck, you can bring your head up a little bit. Try to keep the hips lifted. Don't let the hips fall. Pretend like you have a fire underneath. Burning. All right, one more breath. And then exhale slowly, slowly lower. And then we're going to come into a happy baby. So roll down. Take your hands on the outside of your feet. And we'll start by rolling out the lower spine, the glutes area. You can bring your feet together a little bit. If that feels good, you can roll in a little circle around your sacrum. So any kind of tension, just roll it out. We've warmed up the whole spine today, so this should feel really nice. Then bring your feet right over the belly button for a mid-lumbar back massage. And then come up a little bit higher and do a mid-back, higher back, thoracic area. Massage between the shoulder blades and right below them. And then you can bring your feet way overhead and massage the very top of your spine. So if any of this is not accessible, that's okay. You could do this class a few times and see if you can get better at it. But you can use this movement to massage different parts of your back. So be aware of that. And then we're going to take the toes and put them in front of us and then bring them overhead, or either touching or just nearby the floor above our head. Make sure you're not going to run into anything. So just giving our whole full back a nice massage. All right, just two more. And then let's go ahead and roll into our Shavasana. So you can bring your blanket, lay it on underneath your head, stretch the legs out, just fully rest. So I prefer you to stay in Shavasana for 7 minutes. 10 would be great, 15 would be incredible. But if you don't have a lot of time, we're just going to do a 2-minute Shavasana this morning, or right now. Feel free to stay longer. So we've done a lot of little Shavasanas throughout the whole class, and the reason why is because they help you learn. They help you integrate the things your muscles are learning, your nervous system is learning. So go ahead and feel gravity touching the various parts of your body, your heels, calves, thighs, sacrum, thoracic, shoulder blades, arms, head. Feel yourself sinking into the ground. And remember your intention for class today. We'll go ahead and close with an Om. Inhale. And may the benefits of this class benefit you and everyone you meet. Namaste. So feel free to stay here in your Shavasana. I'm Bett Bollhoefer. To find out about live classes I teach, go to bettbollhoefer.com. We have a new class every week on the channel. Click subscribe, click like, share with a friend. Namaste.